Good morning, sailors, and welcome back to a new podcast here on explorenorth.no. I'm your host, Jon Amtrup. This time, we're going to talk to a couple I've been following for quite some time. It is Bushpoints Sailing. They've released over 100 YouTube videos of their adventures in their Boreal 55, one of my favorite boats. And the reason I got hold of them right now is because I saw they had put their boat up for sale. They're gonna quit the cruising life they've been living for the last 10 years. So it was time to catch up and talk about their experiences and the new life they're going to live. So listen to this podcast and get inspired.
So, action.
It's time for a new podcast. I'm at anchor just outside Hvaler, and just a little bit south of me we have Bushpoint. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Yeah, but we are on the Swedish side and you are on the Norwegian side.
Yeah. And you're, we can get into that later. But if you look outside now, what can you see?
Rocks and boats that are moored alongside the cliffs, which they do here on the west coast, which we are not used to. Just moor.
Side moor, yeah.
But,
side moor. Yep.
Yeah.
That's the Norwegian and Swedish way, isn't it?
But not for us that is from the east coast and the Baltic.
No.
So this is scary for us.
So we tie up there. We tie to land, but we have an anchor on
a stern anchor and bow too.
Yeah. The what's it called? The opposite of the Mediterranean way.
Yeah,
I think so.
Mediterranean 180. Yes.
Yeah. We talked a little bit before this podcast. Our paths have crossed way earlier, and I have been intending to contact you some years ago because I've been following you on your YouTube channel, which is Bushpoints Sailing, which is everyone should go in and have a look at. But now I really got in a hurry because you're going to put your boat up for sale.
Yes, we are. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we decided to put it on the market. Change our sailing lifestyle, so to say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we've been doing this for like 10 years now. We crossed the Atlantic in 2016 and did all of the Caribbean there. And then 2022 we met up in Svalbard, didn't we?
Yeah. We did.
And we had a plan to cross for next year. So the plan this season was to go to Scotland, leave the boat there in Largs, and then come back and then do either the Viking route over or the warmer route. That was to be decided later. But when we came out of the Baltic, we felt that, is this actually what we want to do? Because if we do that, we would be away from home 6-8 months or so of the year, maybe. And we just got a new grandchild, or our first grandchild, we should say. And that,
congratulations!
I think that was some part of in the decision that we will, probably do more normal sailing and not do ocean crossing. Maybe say
vacation sailing, like a month or
two in the summers, and then come and go. In their lives and do other things. We don't only say we want to hike and we don't want to ride motorcycle and we want to.
So we did that last summer. We actually went up to Nordkapp on our motorcycle from Stockholm.
Yeah.
Which we also documented on Bushpoints Sailing.
But that one didn't get many views though. It seems like people are more interested in sailing.
Yeah.
Because motorcycles and sailing it's a little bit similar, isn't it? I have a friend who has he ordered a Boreal, the 47,
Yes.
and the stern locker. He ordered it so big that he can actually fit his motorcycle in there.
Oh, wow.
But
Yeah.
2 motorcycles, even in a 55, is a little bit too much, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah, and it also depends of the motorcycle. Like a BMW 1250 GS or something, that is probably a little
It's too
bit.
big.
Yeah. Yeah.
No. And,
No. So yeah.
But it feels like a good decision.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think this has been brewing for some time. That because of course we knew that things will change, and also this grandchild will be born and everything, and we thought we would be confident, we're so cool, go. Let's go. But so
we weren't.
Yeah. No, so then we will put this on the market and see what happens. So it will be on the west coast of Sweden, and we will keep it here until it will be sold, and then probably we will in the future have a more, what should we say, normal sailboat to just sail Baltic, West Coast, maybe a little bit Norway and things like that.
But not a big boat.
Not a big boat. Not big crossings that will keep us away for
longer time.
No.
Because you went from I only know you from the videos, so in my reality, you went from a Allure 45 to a Boreal 55. Did you have any boats before the Allure 45?
No. Well, you did before, yeah.
Yeah, but they're very small. But we said that, so we went from nothing to start with, because we didn't get any sailing with the, the mother's milk or whatever. We didn't had anything. So we
set out in some 5 years before we set off. We made a big plan of studying, and since I did not sail before that, I took sailing instructions, sailing lessons, and then because we were working so much, so we only had 2 weeks off every summer. So we rented sailing boats for those 5 years to practice and practice.
Yeah. So and I had a little experience, but not much. Mostly in the archipelago of Stockholm, and drinking beer and sailing with friends. Yeah, not bad.
The usual way. Yeah.
But so this was 2011. We made a 5-year plan to learn and read up and everything, take courses, everything. So 16 we were meant to set off, because then the son was 20 at that time.
Yeah.
So we thought he was old enough then.
He's the youngest.
He's the youngest.
Mm.
And then and that was a really good experience to learn and read up on things like that.
I think I read every book you can find on sailing and sailing experiences, and
Cool. What was it that drew you into sailing? Because with not that much sailing experience, and you obviously, as you say, you have a lot of other hobbies and outdoor activities like cycling, climbing, hiking. You can have done that all over the world. What was it with sailing that brought you to that point?
I think one thing that, since I am also seasick, one could actually start to wonder. But when we started to think about it, for me it was the freedom to just have a smallish space, and then to go. At that point, we really wanted to be in a warm climate. So crossing the Atlantic was the first thing we thought about, since we wanted to have it warm. And I dreamt of being free and loose, not to have so many strings attached. Well, I can understand that. I mean, I worked 33 years constant, at least 10, 12 hours a day. So I really wanted to just let loose. That was my...
Yeah, and also like you were saying there, that we have other things, and I don't think we see ourselves as sailors.
Oh.
We see us more as travelers, but we use a sailboat for moving. And of course, it's very convenient to have your home with you. I think we are not like, I say the sailors, they are adjusting the sails all the time and trimming, and they never relax. But we are like, oh, this is good enough.
This is good enough.
We probably could get much more out of the boat than we actually do. But yeah.
And we have had some great adventures.
Oh yeah. No, but
I think we've done really well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, so it was a change of lifestyle, I guess.
Yeah. Yep.
But this with the seasickness, it's kind of funny. I don't know what your experience are meeting people who sail longer in a couple, and it's like very common that at least one person on the boat has some kind of seasickness, but they have learned how to deal with it and things like that. It's to us, it's like, I think 80% of the people say, I struggle a little bit, and that's I'm really surprised that it is like that.
Now you are not seasick, but we were seasick once, and that's when we crossed from.
I'm not bulletproof. No.
We crossed from the Outer Hebrides up to the Faroes.
Yeah, that was a shitty say.
Yeah,
bumpy ride. But how do you cope with the seasickness, Jeanette?
So I take to do some advertisement. Then I take Postafen, and that I take 12 hours before we set off. And then if it sometimes doesn't help, I chew the chewing gum Kalma.
But
I think Kalma is very good, but I am not too sure if it is my brain that really likes it or if it is actually effective. I don't know, but it does help me.
But today you have come far.
Oh yeah,
you're much better. I used to say that you would get seasick boiling eggs to start up with, but now you're like now if it's just only a shorter passage, right? You're good with the chewing gum. But if it's a longer passage, you would take.
If we do overnighters, I do.
Yeah,
and that's a safety precaution for me, because if something happens to Fredrik, I need to feel tip top. Yeah.
Yep. But are you just seasick in the beginning and then it wears off, or is it a whole?
I can't say, because when we crossed the Atlantic in 2016, I took the pills for 3 days, because that was my previous experience, that after 3 it was okay. By crossing the Atlantic, I stopped after 3 days, and I was not feeling too good. So after another 5 days, I started it again. And then we're full-time all over the Atlantic. And when we came to the Caribbean, I stopped, and then I didn't take anything for the rest of the season, even though we were crossing islands and, like bumpy anchorages. But that was fine.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Sounds like you found the recipe. How you ended up with a Allure 45.
Yes.
How did you decide on the boat? Because you go on aluminium for both of your boats. Allure is a 50-50 choice, but yeah.
Yeah.
So when we started to look for boats, this must be in like 13, 14. So the plan started 2011, but maybe we started to look at boats like
13 or
12
something.
and things like that. I think we were, as most Scandinavian, dead set on a Hallberg Gracier and a yard with a center cockpit. That was what we were looking for. And then I can't say exactly how we came into aluminium, but then we met a couple who had an Allure.
A British couple. We were in Southampton boat show, and we met a British couple there that went through their boat very enthusiastically and told us all the benefits.
We kind of knew about the boat before. So, but what we liked at that time, of course, aluminium is good to have if you would crash into something. Probably it will not crack. It will be be bent.
It just got bent because we have practiced that. So it just gets bent.
Yeah,
Not on this boat, but the former
yeah,
one.
you get to dance, and then we fell for the idea with the centerboard, and that we still, to have a shallow draft is like, you can go anchor where the catamarans do, and you can go places, So we actually, with this one, which is, how wide are we? 464 or something like that. We did Crinan in Scotland.
Right.
The Crinan Canal, and we couldn't have done that if we would not have been shallow drafts. I guess most of the 55 foots would be too deep for the Crinan. So that was kind of cool. It was narrow.
It was extremely narrow at places.
Yeah. So I guess we can't say, but you didn't get your two, because many of the Razzies and things, they have like two, what do you say?
2 seats.
Two seats down in the
Oh
saloon.
yeah.
Two, like, and that Jeanette really liked, but she never
that was
got
my
that.
only thing that I really liked, but I didn't get that from the Allure, and I didn't get this time either. So
No.
But I think the idea of having an aluminum boat, I think it came from you because you were reading up on.
Yeah, because I think it has come down a little bit now, but some years ago there was a lot of discussion of the containers out there floating around, whatever, and then maybe that was also a thing that because
and for me, when we stepped down, I'm not saying anything bad about the likes of Halberassis and stuff, but when I, as a fairly newbie, stepped down in those, I felt like I was really going down below, and then we came into the Allure, and it was so spacious and light. So I really for me as a newbie, I really liked that.
But I think that was the old way to build boats before. You went down in the boat, and all the new modern, I think even Halberassi has changed this now with the new cockpits and everything. It's more light, and you don't feel that you go down into the boat. So.
But now I don't feel like that when we visit friends on their that type of boat. I don't feel like I'm going down or going below. I really like it. I think it's cozy now.
Yeah. So it might be one of them then. a smaller Halberassi.
I'd say
for the coastal cruising.
I'd say let's not make any sailing plans just yet.
No.
Let's take this break now.
Yeah, we'll see when it will be
How
sold.
did you get the dent in your Allure?
So that was he was driving the boat, but it was partly my fault. But the helper on the dock, he thought it was his fault. So it was, I think it was up in Antigua or somewhere, and
or St. Lucia.
And you just came too close to the.
So it was one of these what do you say, like a finger pontoon.
Yeah.
And so the disadvantage with the centerboard is if you take it up, the boat behaves like a motorboat.
Yeah.
With side winds and so, and it was a strong side wind, and so the finger pontoon had hit just the side of the boat and made a small dent.
I should have been there, and I should have been there with the fender, and the guy on the pontoon thought that it was his fault, not.
Yeah, and it was my fault. No, but so. But I think
it was a small dent. But anyway, had it been what is it, GPR? Is that English word?
Yep.
Yeah.
It might have cracked. I don't know, but yeah.
That was an advantage.
But I guess, shit happens.
Yeah. No. Things happens all the time with them.
Even
it's not. No. Did you fix it or just live with it?
I guess there was a Canadian couple who bought it. I guess they still have the dent because it's like a soft dent. It's not a sharp. It's just a soft dent.
Yeah. It's good.
And I still have the boat name Bushpoint as well. So we're friends.
So there are two Bushpoints out there.
Yeah.
What's the story behind the name Bushpoint?
So Sweden, we have playing with English words. Like we have a town called Örebro, which we say Penny Bridge.
Yeah.
This was back in the 80s, I guess.
Yeah, and since we are young, we were young in the 80s. We play with words, and we live at something called Bushpoint, but in Swedish.
Buskudden.
Buskudden.
Yeah.
Cool.
So that's Bushpoint.
So we actually, at home, we live at Bushpoint Road, so to say. So that's just
so this is
our second home. But we had this word or name before the boat, and we said, yeah, but let's make the...
We had a choice to say Esther as well, because his grandmother and my grandmother and my parents' dog was named Esther. So we thought maybe we do that.
But then but I guess there are a few Esther boats out there.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, Bushpoints.
And now there's now 2 Bushpoints.
Yeah.
But actually being called Bushwhacker once on the VHF. Somebody called us up. I think it was an Australian boat. Bushwhacker. That's also... Because we learned that afterwards that if you go in the jungle,
in
the front with the machete is Bushwhacker.
Yeah,
so that would be a kind of cool name as well.
And you can take the boat into the jungle, sort of, with a shallow draft and have one of you guys standing in front with a machete.
That would be cool. Yeah.
We'll see.
Good story. Because of your logo, it's sort of some Eskimo or Indian or so. I thought there was
No, that's it's like what they said. It's a Viking compass, but it was they can't trace it back until the 1200.
So it's probably
1210 or something. 1210 or something. They can trace it. But the Vikings ceased, I think, around year 1000. But they still say this is a Viking compass. It's very common if you go up to Iceland. You can.
It's called Vägvisir, which since you know Norwegian, would be Vägvisaren or Pathfinder. And it said if you have this, you will always find your way home.
Nice.
And there we have a really good story as well.
Come on.
Coming into Belfast 22, yeah. So we had to check in, and then they would send border force down. And we coming in there, and there are 2 guys standing on the pontoon with their uniforms and everything, and they are starting pointing at the bow, and while we come in and dock there, and Jeanette say, yeah, this is Vägvisir, blah, 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 and if you have this, you will always find your way home. And the guy says, I know, I have it tattooed here on my chest. And I also know it works. And we were like, what? Yeah, and then he tells us a story that he was living in England before. I think it was in London or something. And then he decided that he wanted to have a tattoo. And then he went and made this symbol. He thought it was cool or something like that. But then, 2 weeks later, the company he worked for went bankrupt. So he had to move back to Northern Ireland again. So he said, it works.
It works.
Yeah.
And we must say, because our boat found its way to Sweden.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Found your way home.
Yeah.
Bushpoints. Yep.
Good. Yes.
I never thought about that.
No.
It did find its way home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It works.
It does work.
But what made you change boats? Because the Allure 45 could have pretty easily done the job you've done now.
Yeah,
yes.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And that is both of our fault. Because when we cruised in the Caribbean, we met many big boats.
So if you have a 40-footer here in Scandinavian waters or in Europe, it's a pretty big boat. But then you come to the Caribbean and be in the US, it finally or suddenly becomes like a small boat.
Yep.
And then when you start looking and boats and everything like that. So we actually looked at Boreal when at the Royal, but at that time Boreal only had the smaller cockpit with a big wheel. You could have a standing chair there and things like that, and we thought that was way too hardcore for us, and we wanted to have a bigger cockpit because we knew that if you come to the warm climate, this is where you spend your time in the cockpit. So therefore we didn't, and then one day, I don't know exactly how, but we saw that Boreal made an open cockpit, the 55 OC, because at that time the 47.2 did not exist, the one with the open cockpit today. So the first one, and then we went and had a look at it, and that's really dangerous to go have a look at things. And then so I don't think there is a good answer why, because as you said, the
Allure could have done what we've done. Yeah.
So we were on our way with the Allure coming up. So we sailed the Caribbean for 2 seasons. We sailed in 3 seasons, and then we were into the Western Caribbean, Colombia, Panama,
Cuba.
Yeah, we left the boat in Rio Dulce there in Guatemala, and then we came up to Florida, and that is when COVID hit. So we were in Orlando, I think it was.
Cape Canaveral.
No, not when they
Miami.
declared. No, it was
Fort Lauderdale.
We were anchored there, and suddenly all toilet papers were gone in the shop, and we were like, "What is happening?" Because that was the first thing you noticed, like. And then we went up to Cape Canaveral and were there for a long time. But the boat was on the market there because there had been a Canadian couple looking at the boat when we were in Miami. So to make
So we had at that time planned to, before COVID, to go up the east coast of the United States, Newfoundland, and then Greenland, and Iceland and home,
and sell the boat then in Europe.
But then COVID hit, and everything closed down, and we could naturally have traveled the coast, but it would have not. We thought it could not have been so much fun
because everything was closed. We wanted to do the coast.
So we decided, since it was on the market and the buyer didn't say anything about it, and so we packed the boat full with food and everything to last us for at least a month.
No, 1.5, I think we calculated.
And because coming back over to Europe, we wasn't too sure if any harbors would let us in. So, because of COVID.
We kind of know you could stop at Azores and just rest. You couldn't go ashore at that time. No.
Yeah.
So, and we knew also that we had to leave before May 15th because our insurance ran out, health insurance ran out.
And you don't want to be in the US without the health insurance.
Oh, no.
During COVID.
So then the buyer contacted us again and said that they wanted to buy it. And we said, okay, but then we need to close it within 13 days because if not, we have to leave.
Yeah.
And we did.
Yeah, we were on the plane out of US on the 15th. But later we found out that
I looked at the insurance paper. It was actually on the 13th.
But it was okay.
It was okay.
Yeah.
We didn't get sick.
So you sold your boat and it was ready to go, fully packed of food and everything.
Yeah.
You just took your personals and left.
Yes.
Yeah, but we left.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah. And we left the cans and things like that. But the sad thing there is because the border between Canada and so they bought the boat in May, 15th of May, and they were not there. They only had a surveyor and things like that to check the boat and everything. And then they had organized with a marina further in the ICW there, where we put the boat, and then we left. And I think it ended up until November they could visit the boat. So they bought it in May, and in November was the first time they could visit it because, there was some.
So we did everything with the boat. We cleaned it out, and so when they came, it looked perfect for them when they came and had a look at it. And then they had to go home again
And then it took another half a year before they could go, because it was strange between the border with the Canada. I don't know exactly how it did. No. Yeah.
Because we didn't really go for a sale trial or anything with them, so we said that we could do video with them.
Yeah.
Yep. Nice.
No, so that was sold out. Yes.
Yeah.
Huh. And had you already ordered the Boreal at that point?
Yeah. Because
And
it's.
yeah.
I think at that time it was like 2 years to have a Boreal. I
Build
think
time,
it's up to 4. I think it's 4 years now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was 2 years, but it took 2.5 really.
Yeah. I guess that's you have to calculate with.
It was COVID time also.
Yeah. But
so yeah.
And with 4 years building time, it's a good time to sell your boat.
Oh
yeah.
I hope.
Yeah.
But what lessons from the Allure did you take with you to the Boreal and change things or order things in a different way? Or because with Boreal you can do a lot of changes, can't you? Certain you can.
Yes.
Yeah, you can tick a lot of box what you want to have in and things like that. And of course it's a little bit bigger boat, so it's so you can have more things in it and on it and what did we change or what? Of course, we have a lot of things that we did not had on the Boreal, but a big thing, which might be a small thing, is that on this boat we have fresh water flush
on the heads.
And since I'm married to a sommelier who has worked with wines for 20 years, she has a very sensible nose, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
And
that was a big change. It was a good thing for me.
And that is a bit, because the urine reacts with the salt water and you have always a little smell. And that was one thing that made your life much easier.
Yes. And then we had a small freezer on the first boat, and this freezer is much bigger. So that's a big change for me with the food.
But otherwise, the layout and everything like that, of course, we have the reflex heater, which we didn't have. And so this is more, so the Allure was maybe like semi-prepared for colder water, meaning it was insulated and had a Webasto heater, so that was okay. And we had a backdrop on the spray hood, which we could close down, and we could just fit under the spray hood and have the saloon door open and heat could come up. But this boat is for sure more equipped for cold water, because what happened to us after all these seasons in the Caribbean, we were so fed up with the warms. No, it was
We were not interested in sailing warm. No, we wanted to sail cold, which we've done now.
Oh no! So we were like, no, we will sail cold now, meaning it's not ice cold, but it's colder.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if it's like because we are Scandinavian or anything like that, but the temperature and the heat and the humidity was like, oh my God, I can't take it anymore. No.
But it was nice when we did.
Oh yeah. No, at the time, it was really good in the beginning. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. What kind of equipment did you put on the boat?
This one.
Yeah, this one, the 54.
I think we have everything you can have. So we have. So this is the first Boreal to have an air condition.
Ah.
But it can work in reverse. So
which we found very good.
Because we were staying a couple of months in England. That was
winter of 21.
Yeah, 2021 winter. No, 21 to 20. Yeah, we spent in England. And we used it then in the marina.
Yeah, because the modern, it's like a heat pump. It can produce warm.
Right.
And that was really good because also that dries out the boat and air condition with the airflow and everything. So that was good.
And we have, the reflex heater is, of course, you have to have that on the Boreal.
Yeah,
if you want
I
to
think
save.
it's like a standard. It should be at least a standard item on the Boreal.
Should be.
Yeah, it is a standard, I think.
So,
The water maker.
Water maker, which we know it's working and we're taking care of it, but we never really used it because we have like almost 1,500 liters of water, and for 2 people,
it goes a long way.
It goes a long way, and in since we only sailed in the colder water, so to say, there is good water on land. Yeah, so it's easy to fill up.
Yeah. You have the Watton Sea?
Yes.
We have the Watton Sea, which is very good. Yeah, and we have a lot of solar, and we also have a wind generator, that like a super wind. But
Och sen har vi den här då.
Do you have lithium batteries?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes, we had.
Yeah.
And that's a story, like, so lithium batteries and colder waters, people says, they don't mix and things like that. And what happened once was when we stopped at Bear Island on our way up to Svalbard. And the water temperature was like 2.5 degrees or something like that. One of the batteries went under 5 degrees, and then they protect themselves somehow. They won't take charge. You can use the electricity, but they protect themselves. And that was the one furthest down. But then I just took Jeanette's hairdryer and blew down some air to circulate there, and then it was good again.
It was 3.5.
And then we kept that floorboard open so we could have some air going around with the batteries.
But I remember it was 3.5 degrees because we did the skinny dipping. In the,
Are you a member of the naked swimmers?
No, we've established a competing naked swimmers club on Bear Island because I've been to the station a few times, but it was never. The weather was so bad, so we didn't jump in. But further south, we have a little bit more private naked.
Private. No.
But
really you have the diplomas.
Yes.
We have the diploma, water towels, we everything. It's kind of, we also have like the members number, 5,000 something like that.
But they were very kind to us, so they put on a sauna so we could go directly afterwards.
Yeah.
They were really kind.
Yeah.
They
are
really kind up there. The last time I visited, they had just got the crew had just been replaced, so they've been there for a week. The whole crew had been replaced, and when we came in, we were the first boat to visit them, and it was like they've never seen people in a year, and they they were so friendly. It's always fun to visit those guys. Yep.
Yeah, it was really nice.
Yeah, but to come back to the equipment side. Yeah, I think we have.
I don't think
so. We have a big genset as well, which has not run very much because we have so much solar.
Yep.
I think we have a very good solution with the outdoor shower. That
was a change. So normally they have these flimsy shower handles on boats in the back there. So we asked them to put in like garden hose fitting, so you could actually put in whatever you want there. So we could take our own shower. We could take a longer hose to rinse off the boat and things like that, instead of this little flimsy.
And thing that's very good, I think. And then another thing is when we can have a shower kind of, so we can clean the anchor. with
and that's found very handy coming to Sweden, I will say. So we have a deck wash to clean the anchor, and when you anchor, in the Baltics anyway, there is mud, and then you are very happy to have to be able to wash the chain,
and that takes seawater, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's seawater. But that's also good because you know that on the Boreals we have the chain just under the mast, so to say.
Yeah.
So that the windlass is there, and then we have like 100 meters of 12 millimeter chain. So it's more centered in the boat, but meaning that chain locker is, you can clean it out, but it would be a little bit more complicated to have if you have a normal one at the bow.
Yeah.
So therefore, you like to have a quite clean chain coming down there.
Nice.
Yeah.
We like
so
that.
That's a thing. I don't know what we have more that we had. Yeah.
Yeah, but what you're saying is actually this boat is quite it's self-sufficient. You can pretty much go anywhere it's.
Yes.
Oh
yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
And you can
And I also saw that you have
a lead.
Yeah.
And
you also have the bow and stern thruster.
Yes. And the stern thrust. First, I thought that this might be a little bit like cheating, but it's very good, especially when you take the centerboard up and come into like a very shallow marina. Because if you on the Swedish side anyway, in the Baltics, the marinas, like if you start to have a draft more than 2 meters, it could be difficult. You should, of course, there are harbors that is more, but if you are smaller ones, guaranteed 2 meters anyway, and then you take the centerboard up, and then, as we said, it behaves like a motorboat. And in this small, it's very nice to have a stern thruster, so I don't mind cheating there. But I guess there is a few out there that would say, no, you can't have a stern thruster. Bow thruster, that's the limit. But I think if you have like a big, if you have a keel, maybe not the long keel one, because there I guess you have another problems. But with the keel, you can turn around the keel and things like that much easier than if you just So that's
And it is a big boat, and you're usually just 2 people, so it is a good. It's a handful. Yep.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, but it's because we've been asked that question if this boat can be handled with only one person, and we say it can be. It's coming and going that we would actually need another hand, because we do when we do nights. I mean, we're just one.
Yep.
So and all the lines except the fourth reef goes back into the cockpit. So.
Nice.
Yeah, but even because we kind of want to be, do everything ourselves and everything. So I said, like on the 45, we could take the sail, take down the mainsail, and actually Jeanette and I could lift the mainsail bag and take it to the sailmaker if we needed. And on this one, but we have to, now we are on the limit, I must say. So handling the mainsail when it's just in the bag, we need a trolley.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
We don't carry it.
No. Then we could take it, just the two of us, to the sailmaker and get it repaired.
No.
So now I came to think about one thing that we also had on the Allure, and which we had on this one. So we have 4 reefs.
Yeah.
We put in an extra reef in. Yeah. Just we never used it on the Allure as well, but it's there if we would run into some bad weather.
Yeah, I totally get that point, because the trysail thing is not. No, it's easier to have just have the fourth reef. Yeah.
I think this came up watching some YouTube of Skip Novak or something like that.
The heavy weather sailing series. Yep.
Yeah, I think that's where I picked it up. That it's good to have a fourth reef.
Yeah. No, just a small piece of cloth up. Yep, that's good. Yeah. Well, what made you go into the YouTube world? Because you've been good. You've been done nearly 120 Bushpoint sailing, and over altogether with all your other travels, you have nearly 180 videos, I think.
Something like that. But the thing is that when we started off with a blog, and then Frederick also made films on Vimeo.
No, so I made a film, but I put them on Vimeo.
And we made them in Swedish.
And we made them in Sweden, and we said that was mostly for my mother, who was our biggest supporter,
or my parents.
or the other parents as well.
Yeah.
But
then came with this boat. We've made so many friends during the years in the Caribbean. And of course, they were very curious of our boat. And Fredrik and I looked at each other and said, we can't do a boat tour in Swedish, can we? Because it's for them. We made it mostly for the people that we'd known.
Because they were,
so we said that so they can have a boat tour. And then we did it in English, and we said...
So we started up with I think boat tour is number 3 or something.
Yeah.
But we showed them the launch and everything like that. And suddenly we started to get views. I don't know if it was the boat or if we started to speak English or whatever. But then it was kind of fun to making this because we have been, when we have been for home for some winter months and things like that, it has been very good to have something to do during the winter and also look back on what you had done.
Yep.
So and then of course, I don't know if we have the super quality thingy like that, but we said it's all authentic.
It is authentic.
And to lift up the level or to make it even, that would be much more work. But I thought, okay, this is good enough. It's still fun to do and things like that. And we have keep on doing it.
Yeah.
And it's kind of fun.
Yeah, it looks like you're having fun doing it and having fun sailing. Yeah.
No, so I think that's
mainly reason.
Yeah.
I think that what happened was when we started to get some views, and that triggered us a little bit.
And still it's very few, but they're there.
Yeah. Are you going to continue being YouTubers? I'm not sure if you call yourself YouTubers, but
no,
we don't call ourselves YouTubers.
And we haven't really decided on whether to continue or not. It all depends, really.
Yeah,
we'll have to see what happens.
Depends, but it's also like this when we do with the boat and sailing. It's just one. Area or like it's easier to film when you're on the boat than running around we did document when we climbed Kebnekaise as well.
Sweden's highest mountain, but nobody wanted to see how tired I was. Almost nobody.
No, but it's a little bit more complicated to film. On the boat, it's just you have a camera lying around. Oh, this is good, and then you take it up. So it's easier there. I think if you do other travels and things you have to plan more and maybe. So we will see.
We'll see.
Yeah.
We don't promise anything.
No, we can't promise anything.
Yeah, It should be fun. Yeah.
In one of your videos is called probably the best sailing area in the world.
Yeah.
You remember where it is?
Sweden.
And the Baltics. And the Baltics.
Just by your home. Yeah.
So this is when we first went down the coast of Spain. We met a German couple with 2 kids on board, and they were going to cross the Atlantic as well. But during the maternity leave, they've been sailing in Sweden, in Stockholm Archipelago, and they said, "What are you doing here?
Why are
Why
you leaving?
Why are you leaving? You have the best sailing ground." And we looked at them as like, "What? No, it must be the Caribbean."
No, but the season is short there, of course. But in the Stockholm market, it's
very diverse.
Yeah, but it's big, and you can anchor. You can go ashore everywhere, and in Sweden we have the allemansrätt. I don't know how to translate it. That means
the right to roam. Yep.
Yeah.
Right to roam. Yes.
Yeah, I think you have the Scotland too, something similar.
Norway has it too.
Norway,
Norway has it. Yeah, we have it. Yep.
And together with that, I think it's a very good cruising area, because you can stop everywhere there.
Yep.
But I think if we should say the most beautiful sailing area, that would be
Norway.
Coast of Norway. That's like easy
Norway.
That's like.
And which part of Norway?
So we've sailed just very little on the south coast. So we sailed most of it from Ålesund and up.
Yep.
So yes, and we loved it, all of it.
Yeah, but I think the further up you come, the more dramatic it will be, and everything like that. And I say, people ask us, yeah, but where is the? But if you say like in the Caribbean, like you call the beaches and the blue water, that will be. Yeah, it's difficult to
say which.
To say which, it becomes a blur. But the Norwegian coast up is.
It was amazing.
So I think if I'm not the religious person, but there you are as close as I can get. I think to, because it's really.
It's really
it's really dramatic and fantastic.
Yeah. Nice to hear.
Well,
and what did you think about Svalbard? Because you went quite high. Went to 80 north?
Yeah, at that year when we went up, we were was able to go around Moffen out of the charts, because they stopped at 80 degrees.
Yes, they stopped. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we went up there, and then we went into, I don't remember the fjord now, but we went into the fjord there where Mushamna is.
Mushamna, yeah.
And we had to go to a Texan bar, of course, since we heard about leaving a bottle there. That was really strange. We had a very nice bottle of gin that we left there, put our tag on it, and and the next people we knew who came up there, somebody swapped it for a non-alcoholic tanqueray.
No.
They came to us and said, "Why did you leave a non-alcoholic drink up there?" We did not. No, but Svalbard.
So Svalbard, for me, when I was up there, I thought it was very. It's thrilling because it's so remote, and we were very lucky because there weren't too many boats on these places where we went.
No.
And I totally enjoyed seeing, what was it called? Virgohamna.
Yep.
Oh, that was a big, Since Andrea.
Since Andrea Polar Expedition from their Swedish one.
Yeah.
And then, but what I thought of the nature when I was there was it was brown and gray, and another brown and gray. But seeing all of these small huts where people actually stayed the winters hunting, that was really it was amazing. But after we left, I was quite ready for us to leave, and then we met somebody. Was that in Tromsø? I think it was, and or was it in Ålesund? And I said that to them. I was quite happy to leave. And this woman said, "Yeah, I felt the same when I left, And
were done with.
I went done with Svalbard. And she said, I said the same thing. And I've been back 3 times now.
Yeah.
And this is how I feel. I would really like to go back again.
So I guess it grows on you afterwards.
It's the remoteness, I think.
Yeah, and I think we could probably enjoy it more a second time going up there.
Yeah.
Because the first time you're totally scared of the polar bears, but then you found out that you should be really lucky if you could see one.
Yeah.
And they are mostly not interested in you anyway, so they will try to hide.
Yeah.
and then of course when you are up there, you are like on a higher alert, or meaning that you concentrate more because you don't want to have a rope in your propeller or something like that. You are more
vigilant.
Because you're alone there. You have to fix everything yourself. So that's also a little, but we totally enjoy it.
But you've been many times. What do you think? You've been many times, haven't you?
Yeah, I can totally agree with the notion that I enjoyed it much more on the second and on the third, on the fourth, because you get more relaxed. Not too relaxed, that's also important, but you get more relaxed and you can enjoy it more and do more, have more wide anchorages, even if every anchorage up there is pretty wild, but you get better at it and you get more relaxed at it. So a second trip I definitely recommend it.
So now I'm thinking about one thing that we also practiced here a little bit on the west coast of Sweden. So when we went up there, we met I think he was a German charter skipper, like on a very small charter boat, and he gave us an advice up there. He says anchor deep.
Yep.
And we were like, but he said like 15, 17 meters or because the kelp doesn't grow under there, so you get the good holding. And we practiced that, and I found it very good as well up there.
Yep. That's good advice.
Yeah, and then we came here. We started to anchor a little bit shallow here as well, and we got a lot of seaweed and things like that. And I'm like, no, let's go out and anchor like on 12 meters or something. Oh, suddenly we started to get a good grip here on the west coast of Sweden as well. So I guess because he explained that the light doesn't come down that far, so it doesn't grow and things like that. So we have started to anchor a little bit deeper here on the west coast as well.
Yeah, and with 100 meter of chain, you have the possibility. Right?
Oh yeah. For sure. Yeah.
It helps.
Yes.
So you were touching a little bit on it about your next boat, but you better buy a boat that is
We might not, or we might. We haven't.
Oh, you haven't decided if you're going to buy a boat yet. No.
Instead, we need to leave an empty space.
Okay.
And see what it will be filled with. So, but
you are quite right. Of course, we have been talking about another boat.
but it will be a normal boat that we will sail like 2-4 weeks in the Baltics, maybe come around the west coast, and also
at this point in time, this is how we are talking.
This is how we're talking now, so it might change, but not like a boat for crossing oceans or doing Northwest Passage or
no.
Even I know that they did Northwest Passage 1979 with a Hubicat, I think. So, but it's not for us. So, but like a more normal, that I would not be surprised if we would have that in the future.
Yeah. No, I wouldn't.
No, because we like the lifestyle.
Yep.
Yeah, for sure. No.
But not for these 5-7 months.
No.
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 More
normal cruising in the home ground.
Yeah, like summer cruising. You could start early and in the season and so yeah. I think the boat. I'm probably sure that the boat will have a heater, but only one.
It will have a heater.
Yeah, because I think you need that in the Scandinavian waters.
You definitely need that. But I guess you want to sell Bushpoint first, and then
we will put it on the market, and we have said that if nobody comes and buys it, we will have a boat on the west coast, and so we will sail here, or we could sail over to Scotland next summer or whatever. But
for a month or 1.5.
Yeah,
because we have a place to put it up, and we have a dock now here, so
everything is arranged.
Yeah.
So the only thing is that changed this season, that instead of going and put it up on Largs, it will be put up here on the west coast.
Yep.
So then we'll see what happens.
Cool.
But yeah, I think that's yeah.
Have you had any interest?
So we had, I think it's 5 people that has asked for more information.
But that
Right.
is through our private channel. So it's not out. So we have a broker which we knew since before who will
Help
they,
us.
they work on Burton.
Right.
And
Yeah. Very good.
yeah. And we have known him, and he actually sold our previous boat as well to the Canadian couple.
Oh.
So, and he knows aluminium boat. I think he has represent Boreal once. Yeah.
So we will make all the details with him
So we're meeting up on him
in a few days, on the 5th.
on the 5th. So in a week's 5 days time, and then he will
Nice.
put up an ad or whatever. So it's not officially on the market.
No.
But it will be.
Yeah.
And then we'll see.
But it's like nobody says we're going to have it.
No.
Like, coming to have a look at it. Nobody said no.
No.
But some people have showed interest, and of course, but of course, it's not a cheap boat. So, but I think also but aluminium boats are not coming very, and also.
But you get a ready to go package with a brand name.
So what I'm thinking is like if you like, I'm retiring now and I want to have a Boreal, and then you go to Boreal and say, hey, I want to have a boat. Yeah, but you will get it in 4 years.
Yeah.
And you're like, in 4 years? I could be dead by then. They would say. So that might be the thing that somebody should, because most people don't know about Boreals. If we sail around here in the West Coast, people ask, what type of boat is this? Blah, blah. So it's only like people who maybe have looked into cold water sailing or things like that who would know what it is. So,
and it's it is a boat to live on. I was thinking that if people there is this Boreal 47 for sale as well.
Yep.
And that's made for expeditions. So there's six beds and there's 6 single beds.
Yeah, you're thinking about
Thurin.
That's probably the most well-known Boreal.
It is. It's been everywhere. Yep.
In Ontario,
But that's we have found out that is a couple of men buys this and do like an expedition for some years, and then it comes on the market again. So
that's but for ours we have 2 double cabins and then one with what do you call it?
Bunk bed.
Yep.
Not bunk. They aren't bunk beds because
but
proper bed.
Yeah.
But they are.
No, so yeah.
And you have the washing machine, and you have the
we have washing. We have. There is everything here.
Yeah.
So somebody who wants to have like a liveaboard boat where you can go everywhere. Yeah. And freshwater flush. So if you have the sensitive nose, it's very good. It's not so much complaining then about the smell.
No.
Sounds
it's
nice.
an excellent boat.
Yeah. Sounds nice.
No,
Thank you, guys. It's been now we've just crossed an hour here, and I think that's
wow.
Yeah, you've been really talkative. Very nice to talk to.
Thank you.
I like that. I like your stories.
Some people have said that we talk a little bit. Yes.
That's the point with the podcast. So that's a good thing.
It's nice talking to you.
Yeah, thank you.
I hope one day we could meet up in real life as well.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure you're going to end up with a boat. So it's a high possibility that we're going to meet someday.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Very nice. And thank you for taking the time and enjoy the rest of your vacation. How long are you going to be out before you...
No, so we in 5 years No, 5 days. We will meet up with the broker down in Henon or close. He can come wherever we are, and he will just document the boat and everything like that. And then I guess after that, the weather depending. So we'll probably, because we have all the parents as well, so and the grandchild. So since we have a dock, we will probably
go home for some time.
Go home, and if the weather is good, we might come back again. And that's the beauty to have, the dock on the west coast.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Enjoy your time.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Hi again, sailors, and thank you for listening to this podcast. You will find more podcasts on explorenorth.no, both in Norwegian and in English. If you want to know more about sailing in cold waters, I can highly recommend, without blushing, the book I wrote together with Bob Shepton. It's called, surprise, surprise, High Latitude Sailing, Self-Sufficient Sailing Techniques for Cold Waters and Winter Seasons. It covers pretty much everything you need to know to get out sailing the whole year round and sailing to remote places in the world. You'll find it, you can buy the book on explorenorth.no, on Amazon, or have your bookstore order it. If you're interested in Svalbard, I also wrote Sail to Svalbard. You can buy them at the same places. So please don't hesitate to contact me if you have any questions at all. You'll find me on explorenorth.no. In the meantime, go out sailing.
Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. I don't know if you knew this, but anyone can get the same premium wireless for $15 a month plan that I've been enjoying. It's not just for celebrities. So do like I did and have one of your assistants switch you to Mint Mobile today. I'm told it's super easy to do at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month required. Intro rate first 3 months only, then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees extra. See full terms at mintmobile.com.